Don't get me wrong when I say this, okay? But there's something magic about writing. I wish I had a thesaurus because I don't mean good magic. I mean like sorcery, spellcasting, strange magic. Why? Because when I write, I talk about stuff that I would never normally talk about. I admit stuff that I didn't even realize I felt. I confess stuff that I always just lie about. It's weird and it's funny too. Ironic, I guess, is a better word. But you know how many people have tried to get me to open up, and for all their efforts, I've never talked about any of this before. Not with social workers, not with kids at school or kids at shelters, not with counselors. Especially not with counselors. Counselors are the worst. They try to act like they're your friend, but they do it in such a smug way. They sit there like they have all the keys to you, but want to casually flip through the whole ring of them before choosing in what order to unlock you. Their favorite phrase is, "I understand." They use it all over the place. For example, they use it at the beginning of interrogations. "Holly, I understand that you were upset because Gemma pulled down your pants, but why do you think pouring motor oil inside her backpack is the way to solve the problem?" Counsels also like to interject, "I understand," into your rages. They think saying, "I understand," while you're yelling and trying with everything you've got not to cry will calm you down. How stupid is that? It just makes you madder. How can they understand when they haven't even let you finish telling your side of things yet? But the most irritating way counselors use "I understand" is as a proclamation of their vast knowledge of you. You can have said barely anything, and there they go telling you, "I understand." They say it knowingly, with a deep, calm voice, like they're channeling God. "I understand." Give me a break. I actually think people telling me "I understand" is why I started lying about what happened to my parents. Lying was easy and a lot less painful than the truth. Oh, social workers always had a big fat file on me, so they knew the real story, but everyone else, I told them the snowstorm story. I don't know why I haven't been doing that lately. I guess the older I get, the more far-fetched it sounds. But it's still a great story. Way better than the freak tractor accident / homeless junkie story that's the truth. The kids in your classroom didn't believe the snowstorm story, probably because you opened your big mouth and told them the truth. But kids at other schools, and especially foster and street kids, love it. It's so heart-wrenching and tragic, you know? Beautiful parents and their beloved daughter separated in the Alps on a skiing vacation. The parents valiantly searching the vast white mountains, desperately calling their daughter's name as night descends and a brutal snowstorm hits. A torrent of wind and snow engulfs the parents, but they don't give up their search. They cling to each other for warmth, calling, "Holly! Holly!" But they are no match for the forces of nature. They die there on the mountain, tears of despair frozen to their cheeks. "How did you survive?" some kid always asked, eyes bright and wide with wonder. So I drop my voice and say, "I found a cave. It had an opening, black and narrow, like a wedge of rich chocolate cake." Then I cock an eyebrow and whisper, "And inside it?" And before anyone can say a word, I lurch forward with my hands held high like claws and growl, "Roar! A big black bear!" Someone usually screams, most kids gasp, and one quivery voice always asks, "Did he try to kill you?" But here's where I turn the story around. I tell them, "Actually, no. The bear was sleeping, so I went right up and slept on him." "You did?" they gasp. And real matter-of-factly, I say, "I was cold, he was warm, I slept like a bug in a rug." Then, of course, I have to tell them how the next day I skied down the mountain and found out that I was an orphan. But I make that part quick. I love the snowstorm story. I don't know why, but it makes me happy.